Yo, Seemlytuber back at it again with another video. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm gonna try to get this video out here because this is a follow-up video to the video I did earlier on Xbox. And this is just gonna be Halo centered right now because um Halo devs, apparently 343 devs are dropping bombs out here, posting articles into Reddit and stuff. And we got the receipts, and I'm gonna be reading the stuff off and just letting you guys know what was going on. So rumor slash leak, under the rumor slash leak category, the quiet contents category, this was like 15 hours ago. I don't know when these were snapped, but yeah. So the gist of everything is, let's get right into it. Okay, obviously a throwaway account, but I worked at 343 Industries for the better part of 2 years. Specifically on the campaign components of Halo Infinite, I mostly worked on the scripting. If you know anything about this project and want to verify it, this should help. Sparrow, James, Lucky, Break. A lot of people are frustrated with the announcement, so I thought shed some light on it because we are insanely frustrated internally too. I already knew this. I knew this was already going on. I knew this company is they're in deep waters, and you'll see as I keep reading on. Not because the delay happened, not at all, but because we wanted to tell you earlier. The team has been pushing not just for delays to Forge and co-op, but campaign in general. They wanted to just release the free-to-play component of this game. They wanted to not release campaign at all. They are saying campaign is not up to par at all for the standards of what it should be. I don't know, and they were told by the suits that this game would ship with campaign hell or high water. Xbox knows that if they don't release a AAA exclusive banger this year at the start of the second year of this console release, they are going to be in deep trouble. There's going to be some fans that are going to be questioning the integrity and the stability of the brand of Xbox. Investors are going to be questioning the integrity and the brand of Xbox, because I'm already questioning the brand of Xbox right now because I'm an investor. I'm questioning the integrity and the brand of Xbox because it seems like they don't have things together. They have bought all these extra studios, and it seems like the studios that were there from the get-go can't even get their games out the door fully finished. It doesn't matter if you want to make money upon money upon money. The thing is, they can release this game. They can release campaign updates continuously, but that's going to cost money. You know, it takes more to release a patch after the game is already out. It takes more assets, more money to release patches after a game is out than it does when it's in development. So that means they're going to be spending more of Microsoft's money, more of their earnings, taken away from my profits, or as a financial side with investments into Microsoft. They're going to be taking away more. They're going to be taking away more of my money, more of future profits for the company to fix a game they should have just delayed and released fully functional. When you think about it in those aspects, how are they going to recoup some of this money? Xbox Game Pass is in the negative right now because they won't even tell us how many units they're selling. But let's get back into this. The team has been the delays. I can see multiplayer make a release date in a great state. So multiplayer is okay so far. We with basically all of the main modes plus a couple grab bag goodies, including some original stuff. We're cooking up a new different variant of infection with original resources and severely updated invasion mode with new maps. However, campaign is under massive strain. Where are all the crunch advocates right now? They crunching hard at 343. They're crunching hard at 343. And I know for a fact they have other developers under Xbox helping out 343 to finish this game. It's that bad off. They lied last year. The devs, the leaders that leaded 343 lied to us last year saying that it had co-op in it. They lied to us then. Just to put that out there. If you want to believe some of these, you want to believe these CEOs of 343 and some of these development companies, they lie, they cap hard. I'll be blunt. We knew Chris was leaving a good while before it happened, and the campaign component has aggressively course corrected in his absence. So it was bad off before he left. There were small changes to the multiplayer too under Joseph, but multiplayer was more Pierre's baby than anything. And all of that happened. There were small changes to a direction of gun balance. So people don't really care about that stuff. That's like minor like updates to like how the guns work, how powerful they are and stuff. But the campaign that went through a massive overhaul, not just in the writing, which got trimmed down in fat severely. Less is more, and the player should always understand what's going on, were often repeated guidelines, but more importantly, a structure. Originally, it was a lot more Tom Clancy's Wildlands, almost Just Cause at times. The core of the experience was Halo gameplay wise, but there was a lot of clear X structures in any order to unlock the next campaign mission. Nobody really wants that type of stuff. But still, they advertised this game last year, and we haven't seen anything for the campaign. They advertised this game last year as being an open world like Halo. So if you trimmed that down, have you went back to the original Halo? Does that mean that you wasted all these 6 years of development time by reverting back to what you could have just stuck with? I'm just wondering. Yeah, and Joseph really hated that. He wanted to integrate more of the Halo formula. Okay. Similar to Halo, the level in CE where you save the Marines is more of you can spend time doing all this stuff and a lot of mini events in each structure, or you can rush straight to the objective. There was a lot of arguing over this direction since many people within the team felt their work could be just rushed through without care. And there were a lot of issues with dynamic triggers, say the player triggering the next campaign event before they were done with all the optional stuff in the area. The map was also not designed for it, with basically these big forerunner gates gating off a lot of sections at the moment to account for campaign stages. It's a little strange. It wouldn't fit the promise of this being the biggest campaign ever either. So, since players could reasonably rush through it in a few hours if they wanted to. This is not going to bode well for reviewers. If they can rush through this campaign, they're either going to have to force themselves to play through the extra bogged down stuff of the game, or they're going to end up telling people that, yeah, you just breeze through the campaign in like 3-4 hours. and you're done. What? What? How is that gonna look if this campaign is not a decent chunk of amount of time and they delayed this game a year and ended up with 6 years of development? This is not sounding good. This is not sounding good at all. We achieved some balance by basically making the campaign much more connect the dots with the objectives being they have to play through the stuff. Oh, to a degree. That means a lot. This game is not going to review well. The campaign is not going to review well. Multiplayer, it might be fine. Campaign, no way. Depending on how annoying these side objectives and side missions are, this game is not going to be good at all. The campaign is not going to be worth it. Not worth paying full price. They're not going to make sales off of this. I hope the devs are going to get paid in some way, shape, or form for this game not selling and just being a Game Pass, because it's not going to sell. No one's going to pay for a bogged down campaign without the co-op. No one wants that. But you can find them in a lot of these little side accolades. Power weapons are rarer in the campaign. Oh, wow. Decent max ammo pool to make it count. So there's some incentive there too. Plus some new Forerunner vehicles. The game started to take its shape properly in February of this year. Although the concept started last year, what were y'all doing for the past 5 years? What were y'all working on? Y'all just started working on this game last year? Don't tell me it took 5 years to get multiplayer right. Y'all have had the multiplayer formula for Halo since it began. I don't understand. I am legit confused, bro. I am legit confused. I expect the campaign will be well received, even if some of the side areas will probably be seen as not worth the effort, but people will go for it because Halo. The fun, the fun is going after the stuff. Some stuff will be left on the cutting room floor due to release dates, but we'll make it. Cap. It wouldn't be surprised if Forge came out 8 months or a year after initial release. The team is overworked and pushed too hard. The problem is much simpler for the co-op and campaign. To put it bluntly, nobody thought of how it'd work in an open world Halo game. You didn't know how you were going to implement it, so you switched how Halo is done fundamentally to somehow now you're at this point where you don't know, you didn't even think about, oh, we've always had co-op and campaign. How are we going to make it work now? Oopsie, too late. We gotta release this game this year. Just not gonna put it in there. It makes no sense. Bro, I don't understand. I really don't. What is going on with this game? Oh man. Bunch of solutions were explored for how this will work in 4-player co-op. The first and obvious was shackling players together, but even in internal playtesting, this was just not fun and considered incredibly limiting. The idea to free players to go off and do their own stuff was then proposed, which was a great idea and very welcome. If not for a few key things. The first was network, and the second, checkpoints. To be blunt, it's buggy. It's buggy. It's really buggy. And then some. For the first while, Respawn worked the same as old games. Wait for teammates to be saved, come back to life near them. But this caused a lot of painful issues when players were far apart and was really buggy on the code, so we didn't like it. We explored a respawn station idea, blah, blah, blah. Man. They went back to the original respawn implementation in March. Bruh. They were still working on this game. They are still working on this game. Between these two, campaign co-op is a mess and downright unplayable, but there's no way in blank we're going to be allowed to delay the launch by the powers that be. Delaying the campaign altogether was severely considered, but with multiplayer only launching, but Suits told them straight up, no, the game will ship with a paid campaign come hell or high water. And we can pay it back over time. What? At the very least, I can guarantee that whilst there is so much crunch going on, it's far from the most inhumane I've seen working in the industry, and a far cry from something like Cyberpunk. Morale is high even after this. We think this is going to be a great game, but I do wish we could cook the campaign a little longer. Cap. Go ahead and say it. That guy is capping. Their morale cannot be that high. Y'all are forced. Y'all don't even have a release date yet for the game. And y'all are still working on the game. And you still want to work on the campaign. That means you are not happy about what's going on. And you're trying to save face while also calling out the company that you work for. I appreciate this person putting out this statement, but let's just be honest about it, bro. Just be honest about it. Well, you gotta say a spade is a spade. They didn't start working on this game for the last 2 years, apparently. Well, I don't know what they were doing for 4 years that it was in development, but beyond the last 2 years, this year, last year, but apparently a lot of ideas didn't start coming together and start actually being implemented until the start of this year. That's why we don't have a release date yet. I don't know what they got going on at Xbox, but y'all need to get it together. I can't, I love to support the devs, but I can't, in full honesty, pay for a game and it's half-baked. And I just can't bring myself to do that. I'll just stick with the Game Pass right now. I can't bring myself to pay and support just release at half-baked games. That's sad, bro. That's sad. It's cool. It's cool though. It's whatever, man. Multiplayer is gonna be good. And I thought that from the same thing. I was like, multiplayer can be released and we have that to play. It's not gonna be able to compete with the 20 maps we're getting from Call of Duty this year. Definitely not. Because Call of Duty has all hands on deck. They putting out a banger this year. They know what they're doing. Halo is not even going to have boards, so you can't even have your community make maps to fill in the void of what you're going to have in multiplayer launch. So Halo's already at a disadvantage for shooters this year. It doesn't, and don't say it's free to play is a reason it's got to have a whole lot of players. People will buy COD before they play Halo, especially since COD's going to have 20 maps. You're going to have free-to-play Warzone with a new Warzone map. You're going to have zombies that continue with the storyline from Cold War zombies. They're going all out with Call of Duty this year. And I can't even lie. I just gotta speak facts. They going all out with Call of Duty this year. You can't compete with that. What you gotta have? 4, 5 maps, 5, 6 maps compared to 20? I don't know, man. I don't think Halo could compete with that. But I wish these devs the best. I hope they get this game figured out. I hope it's released in a playable and great state. I hope they don't have to crunch much longer, but it seems like it's inevitable with the holiday season approaching super fast. There's just no way they're not gonna have to crunch. They're probably gonna have to double down in the next couple months because you're not gonna be able to get this game out in release window without having to crunch a lot. But that's all I got for this one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the description below if you need some help from Fiverr. You need some help with your projects from Fiverr. I got all the info down below. Got the links. Check it out. We'll see y'all in another video. Seemlytuber out. Peace.